We are back to Melzo for the 8-scale Nitro Nascar Truck World Championship. Getting set to go here for our pro class. Your top qualifier, Jimmy Flack, out of America. Getting set to go. The tone sounds were off and underway, and it's Race Trick jumping out of the gate here in this one early on as they come around for lap number 1. 3 wide down the front stretch they go. These NASCAR trucks working their way back into turn 3, coming out of turn 4 now down the front stretch. Race Trick out front and leading the way here in this one. Jimmy Flack in the number 2 spot, and now it's all changed up here as they come back around to the front side once again. Flack trying to work his way back to the front. Jimmy Flack in the blue and white truck coming back around now down the front stretch. The number 1 truck, your top qualifier, arguably one of the fastest oval racers here in VRC-Pro. Flack has been nearly unbeatable this World Championship season. Here he comes down the backstretch once again into 3, coming out of 4 now. Around the big sweeping turn, down the front stretch into 1 and 2. Back around now into 3, coming out of 4. Jimmy Flack out front, Giordano in the number 2 spot. Race Trick in the 3 spot. Halliday in the 4. And Carey in the 5 right now here in this one. A lot of racing left to go for these drivers. A 20-minute final here in this one. As Race Trick, we saw him jump out to the early lead in this one. He's dropped back to the number 3 spot. Qualified in that number 2 spot. And into 3, coming out of 4. Precision is the name of the game here in our oval racing scene. I tell you what, consistency between these drivers is just incredible. A simple mistake or a simple outside line, not hitting quite the right line, could cost literally tenths of a second, which doesn't sound like much, but in oval racing, it is everything. And Jimmy Flack right now is hitting all the right lines in all the right places as he works his way down the backstretch. Out front, still leading this one 0.3 of a second ahead of Giordano in the number 2 spot. Race Trick still in the 3, Halliday in the 4, and Carey in the 5. There we're looking at Andrea Giordano in that number 2 spot, trying to chase down your leader right now. Last time by, they were 0.3 of a second apart. Fast lap on this track, 7.4 seconds as we take a time shift into this one. Giordano in the number 2 spot. 0.7 of a second back from Jimmy Flack right now. Coming back around. Graham Race Trick in the number 3 spot still. Milan Pekka in the number 4. Vesa and Carey in the 5. Here comes the pit stops now. Jimmy Flack in for fuel. He is in pit lane. And as you can see, Pekka now going to go on by. Pekka's going to take over the lead here on this lap. However, he's going to have to make his pit stops coming up here pretty soon as well. 4 minutes into this one now. Jimmy Flack comes back around. And Jimmy Flack has now taken over the lead as Pekka is into pit lane as well. Flack coming out of 3 into 4 now. Down the front stretch he goes, leading this one. Giordano in the number 2 spot. Race Trick in the 3 spot and Carey in the 4. Pekka drops to the number 5 spot after his pit stop. 4:30 into this one now. These drivers clicking off lap after lap after lap here in this one. Fast lap right now for these drivers. 7.3 fastest lap on the track right now for your leader, Jimmy Flack. As he's working his way around right now, coming out of 2, down the backstretch he goes right now. Giordano in that number 2 spot. Race Trick in the 3 spot still. Jimmy Flack with a 0.2 of a second lead on Giordano. There you can see Giordano trying to work his way through a bit of traffic. Pekka going to be up and in there. They're trying to put a lap on him right now. Down the backstretch again. Look how close all these drivers are. They're separated by a lap at this point. However, you can see how close the pace is, even being a lap apart. Coming into 3, out of 4 now. Down the front stretch. Flack out front leading the way. Giordano in the number 2 spot. Race Trick in the 3. Another time shift into this one. 12 minutes into this race now. Jimmy Flack still out front leading the way as he's coming down the front stretch. Lonely out front here in this one with a 1.6 second lead. And with lap times in the 7-second range, 1.6. Quite a lead for him. Graham Race Trick into pit lane now. Race Trick is running the number 3 spot. He is in and out for fuel. And there's your leader, Jimmy Flack. Flack is now in for fuel as well. And in and out he goes. There's Giordano. Giordano making the pit stop. So not much going to change here on this round of pit stops as Jimmy Flack is still going to be out front. 1.9 seconds ahead of Giordano in the number 2 spot. Race Trick in the 3. Pekka in the 4. Halliday in the 5 right now. There's Giordano working his way around. He is 1.8 seconds back right now from Jimmy Flack. Flack's precision just nearly unbeatable here in the Melzo Oval. He has been dominating here in the World Championship scene here in VRC-Pro. 13 minutes into this one, Flack, the American driver, Giordano from Italy, Race Trick from the UK, Stephen Halliday from Australia. as they're working their way around. Right now, once again, here comes Flack down the front stretch. Into 1, out of 2, down the back stretch. He goes a 2-second lead now, so he's slowly gaining a little bit more time lap after lap. 7.368 his fast lap right now. Last time by was a 7.558 for Jimmy Flack. So consistency, or as we say in VRC Pro, robot consistency. Here comes Graham Raystrick, his fast lap, a 7.4. Last time by was a 7.6. So about 0.3 of a second difference in fast laps between Flack and Raystrick. Graham started in that number 2 spot. He's sitting in the number 3 spot right now. He is 6 seconds back from Giordano. Halliday in the number 4 spot. Ron Pekka from the Czech Republic in the number 5 spot. Taking a time shift into this one. 18 minutes, nearly 19 minutes now. Andrea Giordano in that number 2 spot. Into 3 out of 4 now, coming down the front stretch here. Jimmy Flack, your leader. Jimmy Flack right now with a 3.4-second lead. That is nearly half of a lap here in this one on Giordano, not to mention lap on lap on lap over the rest of the field here in this one. Flack absolutely dominating this event right now. Flack making his way onto the backside of the track with 30 seconds left to go here in this race. Down the front stretch there, you see Andrea Giordano in that number 2 spot. Graham Raystrick in the number 3 spot. All three looking for podium finishes here in the World Championship. Jimmy Flack, though, the man of the hour in this one, as 20 seconds remains in this race. And he's looking for a World Championship title here at Melzo. 15 seconds left to go. Andrea Giordano in that number 2 spot. Raystrick in the 3, Halliday in the 4, and Pekka in the 5. 5 seconds left on that clock now. Your leader working his way around right now. Jimmy Flack coming down the back straightaway one final time. Ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy Flack, your world champion here for Nitro NASCAR trucks. Coming around the number 2 spot, going to be Andrea Giordano and Graham Raystrick with an impressive finish in the number 3 spot.